Coming up on UIWtv, tune in for a weather update that could change your fiesta plans. Next, a local comic book store turns fandom into full-blown community. And find out why this barbecue place has customers wrapped around the building. All this and more on UIWtv. Hello and welcome back to UIWtv, where we bring you all the latest in news, entertainment, and sports. I'm Alejandra Ortiz.
And I'm Danna Ramos. Thanks for joining us today for our final newscast of the semester. With Fiesta starting today, I was wondering, do you have any plans, Ale?
Yeah, actually, usually I don't celebrate Fiesta, but I know that a lot of restaurants around town are having some specials, and a lot of those are really tasty, and I can't wait to try them. But what about you, Donna?
I'm gonna be out of town for a couple days, but when I come back, I want to catch some parades, hopefully, and the Spurs are in the playoffs, so I'm looking forward to all of that.
That is true, and honestly, like you can't go wrong with the Spurs, am I right?
Yeah.
Well, there's lots to explore and lots to talk about in our community, so let's dive right in. A major transformation is underway. UIW's newest and largest project, Founders Hall, will redirect the School of Media and Design, the School of Mathematics, and the School of Science and Engineering. Now, we've been following Founders Hall pretty closely this semester, but reporter Christian Nittinger gives us a closer look.
Many students are growing tired of pasty hallways and crowded stairways. Navigating through a building made over a century ago proves rather difficult as the campus continues to grow.
The stairs are awful. They're super narrow, they're always really crowded, and they were actually built before ADA regulations.
At 9 stories tall and spanning 380,000 square feet, Founders Hall is now the largest building project in UIW history. The structure sits on a 10-acre property along Broadway and Hildebrand, expanding the university's footprint by about 20%.
The new Founders Hall building, it's not just down here. There's a lot of features which are going to be inside this place. Let me show you what to expect. Looking inside the windows, we see different areas to lounge in, but I can assure you there's much more than just that. There's going to be 2 brand new studios for radio and news. So we're able to film stuff, talk on the radio, in new, awesome studios.
Key features of Founders Hall include a massive multi-use academic building with space for classrooms, offices, and student services, a 500-car parking garage to support increased campus traffic, dedicated areas for international programs, including the Lewis Center and global initiatives, renovated interior spaces designed to foster collaboration and innovation, event and gathering spaces, including new ballroom and conference areas tied to donor funding upgrades.
Okay, I'm excited to have new classrooms, new area, and like a whole new environment for the comm arts, and I think it's really exciting.
Once finished, Founders Hall will serve as a central hub for academics, administration, and global engagement at UIW. For UIWtv, I'm Christian Nittinger.
University officials say the project is part of a long-term vision to grow the campus and better serve students in San Antonio and beyond.
One organization is preparing cardinals for the medical field. Future Healthcare Heroes held a tabling event outside the Student Engagement Center to introduce students to their mission and upcoming opportunities. The organization provides mentorship and community outreach. Students learn about opportunities to gain real-world experience through field volunteering. If you need volunteer hours, the group will be hosting a health fair on April 25th. Attendees can pick up stickers, snacks, and drinks while learning about upcoming initiatives. The Future Healthcare Heroes are committed to supporting students as they navigate their competitive career paths. For more information, you can find them on Instagram at UIW Future Healthcare Heroes. But for many college students, balancing school, work, and personal life can feel overwhelming. However, what might seem like a big stressor may lead to future growth. Here's Rebecca Castaneda with more.
Between attending classes, studying, and working to support themselves, students are constantly trying to stay on top of their responsibilities.
Even like when I'm back home, like studying and stuff, like taking summer courses, like, okay, I gotta work, I gotta get my money up because I'm gonna have to be back next semester already. Like, it's definitely like a pull. It's like tugging at both ends all the time.
But for some students, freelancing is a welcomed opportunity to find balance. Not having to work on a fixed schedule allows students to choose how they divide time between work and school.
This job has definitely opened my eyes to what freelance work could be like, and it's definitely something that has piqued my interest as it really lets me live and work at the same time.
Still, that kind of balance isn't always possible. For many, the demands of work and school can start to take priority over everything else, making it harder to stay connected with friends, family, and personal time.
I think it's made me less available. While I still try to be available, I would argue that I spend more time thinking about a job or trying to do my job.
With college costs continuing to rise, more students are turning to part-time jobs. While the extra workload can be difficult, many say it's also preparing them for a life after graduation. For UIWtv, I'm Rebecca Castaneda.
Many students turn to online job platforms like Indeed or Handshake to find part-time work. But if online isn't your thing, you can also find resources through career services located on the 3rd floor of the SEC.
But future jobs aren't the only thing causing stress. Now that we're in final season, students are feeling exhausted. Here's Yuri Canseco with a closer look at how burnout is affecting them.
With finals and projects piling up, students are feeling the pressure as the semester comes to an end.
I notice I get slower in finishing all my assignments and it becomes harder to think more creatively.
Deadlines are approaching, assignments keep coming up, and students are feeling mentally and physically drained. Even students keeping up say the stress makes it hard to relax, leaving little time to recharge.
Pretty good, but also pretty tired, feeling pretty burnt out. I wish I could just kind of hang out.
Many are looking forward to a break and a chance to step away from assignments so they can rest and reset before the next semester begins.
I'm looking forward to being able to breathe and just being able to live life and not stress about finishing my next assignment.
The end of the semester is a reminder for students to balance schoolwork with self-care. For UIWtv, I'm Yuri Canseco.
Even though exams and presentations can be a lot, don't forget that your mental health is important. If you're feeling overwhelmed or burnt out this semester, you can find support through UIW Behavioral Services.
Most people attend their classes and then head straight home or to work. But not every student gets to see the campus life at night. Here's Faith Bettis with more.
Transitioning from high school to college can be a bit difficult. Students go from a very structured schedule to a wide range of class times. Many students have evening classes that go as late as 9 p.m.
It can be a little bit daunting after a while, but I'm used to it because I had early morning classes in high school that ranged from 6 to 7 a.m. So I just am naturally an early morning person, so it's easy for me to just get through the day.
Sometimes having an early and late night class on the same day can create scheduling conflicts.
It's a night class, okay, that's when practices or meetings or stuff like that, or even if you don't live on campus, then that can make it a little bit difficult, and so I feel like they do help, but they can also hurt.
The new class schedules have been posted. When going into the new fall semester, make sure you choose a class that will be best suited for you.
I think it challenges me more, so I kind of get to play on strengths I'm not good at, like waking up early. I get to wake up early, I get that opportunity, and I kind of just get to hone into new times of day and see new productivity skills that I can take with me outside a college setting.
UIW has classes that start as early as 7:30 a.m. to as late as 9 p.m. So whether you're an early bird or a night owl, make sure to meet with your advisor and find the class schedule that best works for you. For UIWtv, I'm Faith Bettis.
Students have the flexibility to choose a variety of class times that benefit them and their schedules. Just don't forget, registrations for the fall semester close on August 31st.
Now, don't lock in your weekend plans just yet. Weather changes are coming up on this week's forecast. What are we looking at, Khalil?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Is it going? Good afternoon, San Antonio and UIW. Welcome to our last weathercast, as a matter of fact. But currently, it's Thursday, so I wanted to go ahead and start off with that drought monitor. As you can see, there is a little bit of a change. That's because we did see some rainfall, especially to the west of us. But under San Antonio here, we are still dealing with a pretty significant drought. Now, overall, if you want to take a look at the next 7 days, or a Fiesta weekend as a matter of fact, we are expecting some scattered showers to thunderstorms, especially Saturday, but mostly that's going to be into the morning and afternoon hours as that cold front does push through. But Sunday, things should start to clear out. Still going to see some cloud cover, 30% chance of isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. So don't cancel your plans just yet. Just keep that umbrella with you on handy. And now here's what's bringing that rainfall. As a matter of fact, this low right here is all the way up in the plains. That's going to eventually drop down into the southern plains, and then we're going to see that cold front start to push through. It's going to bring in some moisture and that chance of rain. Now, we're not really expecting much in terms of severe weather, as this cold front is going to push through in the morning, so we're just not going to see exactly enough of that instability for those stronger storms. Now, for today, though, we are still going to be expecting a beautiful day outside, 80 degrees already, but we're expecting to climb even higher into the upper 80s by 4 o'clock this afternoon. Temperatures aren't really expected to drop very much at all, just due to so much of that humidity. Now, I did mention that we're not really expecting anything here in San Antonio in terms of rainfall, but areas to the west, you could see a stronger storm or two. Honestly, the same pattern we've seen over the past couple of days, maybe a stronger storm towards the Del Rio area with those storms coming off of those mountains in Mexico. But for here in San Antonio, maybe an isolated or shower or storm. But other than that, not much at all. And I told you how quiet it is. I mean, look at that radar. There's literally nothing. You might see a little bit of green on there, but don't worry, that's just noise, just the radar being bouncing off of, plants, whatever it is. But it's not really in terms of rainfall. Now, national radar, as you guys can see, not much here. We do have some cloud cover overhead in San Antonio, but that's going to start to burn off as we continue to get hotter and hotter throughout the rest of today. And of course, you got to go ahead and take a look at those current conditions, 79 degrees at the moment. Lots of humidity, something we've seen over the past week, thanks to just so many systems coming in, dumping rainfall and providing that moisture. So even if you don't see the rainfall, you're going to be seeing those clouds and some of that sticky hair. Now, of course, I also wanted to go ahead and bring up the 7-day real quick, 1 second. But it is going to continue to be humid until we do have that front that is going to come through later on this weekend, early Saturday. And I mean front, it's going to be a strong one. We're talking about temperatures dropping from the low 90s to the 60s. Look at that high temperature on Monday. That's going to be lower than some of our lows for Friday. So overall, rain, humidity, and some dry air. It's all within the mix over this next 7 days. And of course, as always, I appreciate this opportunity with you guys giving me the opportunity to be your weather forecaster here at UIW.
Thanks, Khalil. Well, we hope the rain clears out in time for Fiesta activities. And yes, Fiesta season is officially back. The celebration kicks off today with this year's theme, Fiesta Together. The opening ceremony festival presented by Toyota will be hosted at Travis Park at 4 p.m. The event will feature the Fiesta Commission President, Mayor of San Antonio, official Fiesta royalty, and community leaders from the Greater SA Chamber. If you want to enjoy some music and food, or just watch the parade, or simply celebrate the Alamo City culture, make sure to stop by the celebration tonight. And of course, you can't celebrate Fiesta without having your Fiesta medals first. The McKenna Art Museum has a new design for their Fiesta medals. One of our live reporters, Elizabeth Vallor, is live at the scene to check out what it's all about. Ellie?
Oh no. Hello. Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm here at the McKenna Art Studio with Yolanda Urbazo and Camila Miranda. And today we're going to be talking about, of course, the exhibition here at the Art Museum. So thank you so much for having us here. And can you tell us a little bit more about this exhibit?
Yeah, so this exhibit is titled Untitled, 20 Years of Collecting Contemporary Art. This exhibition covers the last 20 years of our contemporary collection, highlighting the tenure of Renee Paul Barlow, our former head of curatorial affairs. It's a super dynamic survey covering sculpture, video, installation, photography, and so many other mediums. And yeah, it's super exciting for the spring.
And it's so exciting to see all these art, pieces and all of that. But I see you also have a medal accompanied with this exhibition. Could you tell me a bit more about it, Yolanda?
Yeah, sure. So part of this exhibition features some of our long-standing relations with artists, including Sandy Skoglund, who is right behind us. And we'll see the figure here of Veronica seated. So we took that as an inspiration point to create this year's Fiesta medal, which is a fan favorite. And she is made out of cheese doodles. So in true Fiesta fashion, we brought food to be a central focal point for this year's medal.
Nice. And I see a lot of the art pieces here at the McNay have something to do with culture or society. Can you tell me a bit more about these pieces?
So what we love so much about San Antonio is that it's bursting with creativity. So from Fiesta to the local art scene, and the McNay is in constant dialogue with that culture through exhibitions like Untitled, through our programs like Family Day, as well as all the storytelling that we do on social media. So yeah, we are excited to welcome the community to enjoy all of what we have to offer here at the museum.
And I just have to ask, since you work in this lovely art museum, what is y'all's favorite pieces?
I have to agree with the public. My absolute favorite is Sandy Skoglund's The Cocktail Party right behind me. This is an installation from 1992. As Yolanda mentioned, the objects are made out of cheese doodles, which are a corn-based snack from the East Coast, where Sandy's from. And by covering them in junk food, I suppose, Sandy comments on the artificial nature of American culture, which I find fascinating.
Nice. And what about you, Yolanda?
I'm on the fence between the permanent collection, Marion Cooler McNay's collection featuring Edward Hopper is one of my favorites. In this exhibition, I would probably say the Michael Tracy red painting here. He was an artist based in San Ignacio, which is part of South Texas, which is where I'm from. And yeah, great to see that kind of representation in this exhibition.
I also have to agree with the public that Sandy Skoglund's, of course, Cocktail Hour is also one of my favorite pieces. And so, how can students experience this exhibition more?
University of Credit Ward students gain free admission to the museum every day. That includes access to this exhibition. We also invite students to come to the curator walkthrough on April 30th at 6 p.m., and that is free of charge. We are also going to have a family day on June 7th, and that is also free of charge, that celebrates this exhibition and takes place in the front lawn and throughout the galleries of the museum.
Thank you so much. And once again, the McNay here, it has its exhibition going on through Fiesta, so if you want to come down and check it out, I highly suggest you do. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Ellie. Now that Fiesta medal does look really cool. I just thought it was clever that it was inspired by one of their exhibits. And of course, you can always get one through their website as well, so make sure to visit it.
Now, as the semester comes to a close, UIWtv senior officers are preparing to sign off for their last show. Here is reporter Carmen Alva with more.
For the senior officers of UIWtv, broadcasting has been more than just a student organization. From early morning rundown to late evening edits, these students have helped shape the stories that keep the campus informed.
I think it's taught me a lot. It's taught me how to speak more clearly. It has also taught me how to take charge and kind of moments when things are kind of down low, but we need to get things moving.
On screen and off screen. UIWtv continues to be a stepping stone for seniors in their future careers and continues to be an inspiration for the next generation of broadcasters.
Leading officers have taken on the responsibility of guiding new members, producing weekly content, and keeping the station running smoothly, often behind the scenes. While facing many challenges along the way, they continue on with the show, learning how to adapt and focus on their next task.
The thing that I realized the most working for UIWtv wasn't necessarily the news aspect, it's just like the ability to be able to tell a story for either a person or just like a brand in general. Like storytelling is such a powerful medium and such a powerful tool, and you can use it for anything.
While their time at UIWtv is coming to an end, the skills and experiences they've gained here are ones they'll carry with them towards their future, what lies beyond the studio. For UIWtv, I'm Carmen Alva.
If you are interested in broadcast media, stop by the studio. We'll be moving to Founders Hall next school year. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel and website for more information.
And that's not the only thing that we're celebrating. Graduation season is coming soon. Now, Donna, how are you feeling about it?
I'm very excited to be walking the stage, but it is getting a little nerve-wracking, the whole job hunting thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know jobs can be really stressful. I'm sure we're all feeling the same way. But honestly, I'm just really excited to walk the stage and just to see all of my friends. And of course, UIWtv has been so much fun on top of that.
Yes, of course. And well, we hope all our seniors are prepared to walk the stage next month. With that, let's check out our final social media question of the semester. This week, we asked, what is your favorite memory with a graduating senior? We'll check out your responses after the show, but don't go anywhere just yet. UIWtv, we'll be right back.
Ooh, chest. The reboot van. I'm probably just gonna get off and go to bed.
What's my routine? I don't know. I guess I just... Well, I eat healthy and I work out. There is help out there for you, and recovery is possible.
You are watching UIWtv.
Glad to have you back with us. I'm McKenna Moczygemba, your entertainment insider for today. Time to check out what's trending on campus and around the city. If you're looking for a way to unwind for the end of the school year, try adding VR to that list. The famous citadel of the Incan Empire is coming straight to Fever Hub, San Antonio. The immersive experience is titled Machu Picchu, Journey to the Lost City. It invites guests to roam the beautiful mountains of Peru and discover the rich history behind the architecture. The grand opening takes place next Friday, April 24th at the River Center Shops location. From comic books to competitive gaming, one San Antonio store is giving locals a place to connect beyond the screen. Inside Heroes and Fantasies, reporter Michael Maita shows us this community has to offer.
Heroes and Fantasies is bringing fans together through comics, games, and many other community events. From tournaments to a shared love of collectibles, it has become a go-to spot for locals looking to connect and engage through shared passion. Here, keeping the community involved is a constant effort, with new events and ideas regularly being introduced to bring people back together.
We're always trying to do something new, so it's a good idea to follow us on social media. We're always trying to post that we're going to do something, and the owners constantly trying to come up with new ways to figure out a way to get somebody down here.
And it's not just the events. Visitors can explore a wide variety of items and experiences that go beyond just one hobby.
Different things for everybody. So there's gaming, there's comics, there's statues, there's toys, they have game nights here. It's not just Pokemon. You can play board games with your friends. It's just a good place to come in and have fun.
Whether you're picking up your first comic or joining game night, places like Heroes and Fantasies make it easy to connect with others who share the same interests. For UIWtv, I'm Michael Mata.
It's clear this San Antonio comic store is more than just comics and games. It's a space where every community, events, and shared interests bring people together. You can visit their location off 281 near San Pedro Avenue. Since the first newscast of the semester, it's safe to say we here at UIWtv love puppies and cats, and SNPSA has many more for adoption. Here's Denise Rivera with the story.
SNPSA is a nonprofit pet rescue organization dedicated to helping homeless and unwanted animals in San Antonio. It hosts adoption events every week to raise money and help find homes for pets.
We're just excited to be out here to show off our adoptable pets, tell everybody about our life-saving mission, and raise awareness here in San Antonio about the homeless animal population.
SNPSA was formed by veterinarians and relies on volunteers to foster the animals. It was incorporated in 2006 and has rehomed more than 24,000 animals since then.
I thought the event was super amazing. I love when things happen with you can adopt dogs. It just feels like it brings a big community around, and it's just such a cute way to get everyone to interact with the puppies.
You can help support SNPSA by purchasing their Fiesta medals or by donating on their website. For UIWtv, I'm Denise Rivera.
If you'd like to know more about when SNPSA and their next adoption event is, visit their website at snpsa.org. Just outside of San Antonio, a family-owned barbecue spot in Seguin, Texas is gaining attention for more than just food. Burnt Bean and the story behind it has people coming back for more. Here's Revelation Delgadillo with the story.
Since opening in 2021, lines at Burnt Beans in Seguin have often stretched out the door. This popular barbecue spot has earned its reputation as one of Texas's top destinations for Southern food, thanks in large to co-owner Ernest Cervantes.
I asked for this, and every day I get up at 2 in the morning and sometimes even earlier to provide the best experience you can in barbecue. I'm going to give it. If you're willing to wait in line for 3 hours, the least thing I can do is give you the best experience possible. And that's what made the Burnt Bean is experiences and consistency to a great product.
While customers see the final product, the pit crew is working behind the scenes. From early mornings to long hours, team members say it takes dedication to keep up with the demand.
I think what separates us from a lot of other barbecue joints is everything we make is in-house. That's what brings that magazine picture and separates that from the mediocre barbecue joints, and I think that's what makes us #1.
Cervantes and co-owner David Kirkland came up with the Burnt Bean name after a teasing remark that he was going to burn the beans when entering his first barbecue competition, proving that even a joke can spark something big.
Here at Burnt Beans in Seguin, it's about more than just barbecue. It's a blend of culture, family tradition, and hard work. From pit to plate, every detail plays a key role in what keeps customers coming back.
As Burnt Bean Company continues to grow, it's clear that its success is built on more than just barbecue, but on the people and tradition behind it. For many in Seguin and beyond, it's become a go-to spot that represents both flavor and culture, and a story that continues to draw attention. For UIWtv, I'm Revelation Delgadillo.
If you're wanting a taste for yourself, stop by Burnt Bean Company, located at 108 South Austin Street in Seguin, Texas. Just be sure to come a little early if you want a spot in line. The night market at the Pearl is quickly becoming a hotspot for food, shopping, and community. Brandon Arorna takes us there.
Lights, music, and the smell of fresh food fill the air at the night market at the Pearl, where locals gather for an evening of shopping, food, and community.
To just having the community come together and come out, at a planned time is always fun. And then all the different vendors are always so nice and always bring fun things, and new items for everybody to look at. So everyone's always happy when they're here.
Vendors say the night market gives them the chance to showcase unique products while creating a welcoming space for people across the city.
I've seen a lot of vendors with thrifting and people just selling foods and drinks, and it's beautiful.
From handmade items to a variety of food options, the market continues to draw in crowds looking for something different. From unique products to local flavors, vendors say opportunities like this gives them a chance to grow their business while also connecting with the San Antonio community. And as more people continue to show up, the night market remains more than just an event. It's a place where culture, small businesses, and community all come together. For UIWtv, this is Brandon Morona.
If you missed this one, don't worry. The next night market at the Pearl is happening next week. You can stay updated on all upcoming events through their social media at the Historic Pearl. Now let's take a look at the final Music in a Minute of this semester, where I got to be a special guest and bring you all the latest hot goss.
Welcome back to Music in a Minute, where the beat never sleeps and neither do we.
And I'm here to bring you all the latest hot goss of the music world.
Speaking of hot goss, while the kids are on the street, Jack Antoff's band Bleachers is set to start and headline the Rolling Stone magazine rock tour at Fillmore, New Orleans, Louisiana on May 20th. The band will also make stops in New York, San Diego, and even Nashville. All tickets can be purchased through Ticketmaster.
As a graduating senior, life can be a little brutal out here. But luckily, Olivia Rodrigo announced her third studio album titled You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. The album is set to be released June 12th of this year. It is expected to explore themes of joy, different compared to her Sour and Guts theme of rebellion, as this album cover is her in a pink dress while swinging, compared to the Guts and Sour album, which has color schemes of neon green and purple.
Following her own arrow, Casey Musgrave joins the 61st Academy of Country Music Awards performance lineup alongside Little Big Town and Miranda Lambert. The AMC Award will stream exclusively on Prime Video on Sunday, May 17th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. For UIWtv, I'm Ellie Vallor.
And for the last time ever, signing off with this week's Music in a Minute, I'm McKenna Moczygemba, back to you in the studio. What an honor it has been to host that segment and now hand it over to Ellie Vallor. Euphoria Sundays are back. The critically acclaimed HBO series returns with its third season, and the first episode already has fans excited. Returning cast members include Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, and Alexa Demi. This season will explore all characters in a new phase of adulthood. If you haven't watched the first episode already, you can stream it live on HBO Max. Case Victoria is back with this week's Final Cut. What do you have for us, Case?
Back to the Final Cut. I'm your host, Case Victoria. The Super Mario Galaxy movie was released on April 3rd, 2026. The film was directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic, with heavy voice acting of Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor-Joy, Brie Larson, Donald Glover, and Jack Black, just to name a few. The movie follows Mario, Bowser, and Princess Peach exploring the galaxy to find Rosalina after an attack by Bowser Jr. to rescue his dad, Bowser. After jailbreaking Big B and reuniting, the father-son duo bond over the time that they lost. I really enjoyed the soundtracks and visuals of the film, which made it a fun experience in theaters. But what stood out to me most was its humor. There are plenty of funny moments, making it a great movie to watch with family, where me and my girlfriend spent most of the time laughing non-stop. The movie features many pop culture references that offers lots of fan service, which pays off to viewers familiar with Nintendo and Mario games. Though personally, I think the pacing is a bit too fast, often leaving you with the feeling of, oh, this is where the story's climax is. I also think the whole trying to make Bowser a good guy, going through therapy and being a buddy-buddy with Luigi was kind of pointless, as there was no end result to it, and if it was taken out of the film, it wouldn't really affect the story at all. Despite having exceptional visuals, the movie struggled with abrupt transitions, and also it was a bit heavy on the fan service, making it feel like half of the movie was just showcasing characters from other Nintendo franchises, and all in all, the story came off as bland, heavily relying on the visuals to carry the weight. So overall, I'd give this a 3 out of 5 Lumas. And that's all I've got for today. I'm Case Victoria, and thanks for tuning in to The Final Cut.
Thanks, Case. Personally, I loved the little Lumas. They were so cute. And that's all we have today. Until next time, this has been McKenna Moczygemba. But don't go just yet, for sports is up next.
How was your day? Good, but I have a lot of work to do, sadly. Well, I'm sure you'll get it all done. Oh, and when you're done, can you help me with something later? Sir? Are you done yet?
You know, Jamie really needs to start knowing when to mind her own business.
Professor Richardson?
Whatever. It's just not my place to be sticking my nose into other people's businesses just because of some civic.
Maybe she's trying to teach about responsibility.
No, tell me why I got a notification from your account from freaking Cassandra asking if you wanted to hang out.
Listen.
You were supposed to have dinner with me. Would you rather go hang out with Cassandra?
We have.
Am I not good enough for you?
No. We have something to work on, okay?
Do you have any plans for over the break? No, I don't really have any plans. Just same old, same old. What about you?
I mean, I don't have anything, but there's always things I want to do and I just never end up doing.
I don't have to say something, but I should.
All it takes is one person. If you or someone you know is experiencing emotional abuse, text CONNECT to 741741.
Glad you're still tuned in with us. I'm Fred Dominguez, here to bring you all the latest in sports news. Let's get you caught up on what's happening in the nest. UIW softball swept East Texas A&M in a Tuesday doubleheader. Cardinals used key 4-run innings in both games. Madison Doro and Kennedy Hill scored home runs in Game 1. Aaron Perez made a grand slam in Game 2. And finally, Victoria Altamirano added to the offense with Jenny Robledo closing the final sweep. UIW looks to build on the momentum in conference play. UIW men's track and field closed out the 44 Farms Invitational in College Station with a strong finish on Saturday. The Cardinals showed improvement across sprints, jumps, and distance events. UIW put together strong performance and consistent speed from start to finish. The UIW men's tennis team secured the outright Southland Conference regular season championship on Tuesday with the win over Texas A&M Corpus Christi. The Cardinals finished their conference schedule undefeated, earning the #1 seed for the Southland Conference tournament. With the victory, the Cardinals wrap up the regular season as champions and now turn their attention to the conference tournament later this month. Congratulations, Cardinals. U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin introduced a bill to end sports blackouts, which prevent fans from watching games they pay for. The measure would require action when disputes block live sports, potentially ensuring refunds or restoring access. Supporters say it's about fairness for viewers, while critics warn it could lead to higher costs. If it passes, it could mean fewer missed games for fans across the country. March Madness concluded recently as the Michigan Wolverines won the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Michigan defeated the UConn Huskies 69-63. It was a huge win for Michigan as their last championship came all the way back in 1989. On the women's side, the UCLA Bruins women's team defeated the South Carolina Gamecocks 79-51 out in Phoenix, Arizona. It is the first NCAA championship for the UCLA women's team, as their only other title was the 1978 AIAW championship, which was the tournament's namesake prior to NCAA sponsorship. Back to UIW, our athletes here are hard at work, on and off the field, but they also work hard to strengthen their faith. Jayden Ford has more on the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Being in such a fun environment where we get to laugh and be in community with each other.
Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." And a student-led group aims to do just that. Every week, athletes meet for fun, food, and a message or testimony shared by a UIW athlete.
A place we just want people to know Jesus. It's nothing more than that. It's opportunity for us to fellowship together. It's not anything complicated.
If you're an athlete and want to take a leap of faith, FCA encourages you to come out and join them because they're always looking for new members.
UIW's FCA meets every Tuesday. Times vary though, so for more information, find their Instagram, which is UIWFCAAIA. All lowercase letters and all one word.
Long story short, there was a girl there who her mom was part of...
Because you really can't do this alone. And FCA really allows just a fellowship of other believers to really just help sharpen each other to get closer to God.
Cardinals United was formed last spring by UIW athletes Braden Hay and Hannah Alexander. Cardinals United is a combination of Fellowship of Christian Athletes and Athletes in Action.
Recognize that college athletes go through specific struggles and challenges and sometimes just need a space to walk into and say, I don't want to explain why I feel this way. I just need someone to speak to me who knows where I'm coming from.
FCA members know what it's like to bear the weight of being a student athlete, creating an environment where athletes can be around like-minded people who understand what it's like. For UIWtv, I'm Jayden Ford.
Thanks, Jayden. UIW's FCA is building more than athletes, it's building a community grounded in faith. Rory McIlroy made history this past Sunday at the Masters, becoming just the 4th player ever to win back-to-back green jackets. He joins other golf legends Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods as the only players ever to win twice in a row in the tournament's 90-year history. Switching, the NBA playoffs begin this weekend with our very own San Antonio Spurs taking the number 2 seed of the Western Conference. The Spurs are set to play against the Portland Trail Blazers in the opening round of the playoffs, with Game 1 being scheduled for Sunday, April 19th at 8 p.m. at the Frostbank Center. Go Spurs, go! Now let's take a look at this week's games to watch. Men's track and field competes April 17th at 10 a.m. and the game takes place in Azusa, California as part of the Brian Clay Invitational Collegiate Meet. Now taking it back to Texas, UIW women's softball faces Lamar University in Beaumont. It's part of a 2-game series, so the first will happen tomorrow at 2 p.m. and the second will happen Saturday at 12 p.m. And finally, the UIW's women's tennis team is competing at the Southland Conference Championship this Sunday. The game takes place in Beaumont, Texas, but we're wishing them luck from here at the Nest. That's a wrap on sports for today. For UIWtv, I'm Fred Dominguez. But before I go, let's check out our last social media question. Favorite memory with graduating seniors? Well, I'm just glad to be part of the team and how welcoming they've been. But I'm curious, what did our viewers have to say, Allie?
First of all, Fred, that's so sweet. Well, let's check out this week's social media question. This week we asked, what is your favorite memory with a graduating senior? Jayden said her favorite memory has been with McKenna, who served as a key mentor for her. She's been a huge part of her first semester here at UIW, and we certainly appreciate her here in the studio. Leo said working on film sets with Zach Corona, he's got cool ideas and even cooler hair. And finally, Amos said late night study sessions with Donna and I. Honestly, we enjoyed those so much for Steve's class. Well, thank you guys so much for your responses. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at UIWtv, because we'll be right back in the fall. And now on the other hand, I know I'll be graduating alongside all of my friends here at the desk, and honestly, it's been such a blessing to direct all these newscasts alongside you guys. I know, like, we've been through a lot together, lots of challenges and lots of learning opportunities, and it's just been so amazing to have each and every one of you here. And I mean, whether it's making stories or prepping stuff here in the studio, I just wanted to turn it over to you guys and ask, what has been your favorite memory, something that stood out to you guys?
My favorite memory is just learning from all my talented colleagues and getting all their perspectives on how they create stories. It was just so many great skills that we have on this team, and I'm so glad to have been a part of it. What about you?
Yeah, I would definitely say the people. I really found my home here at UIW and in the community, and I've learned so many lessons and I have so many memories, and I can't wait to hear about what everyone else does and the memories they make. What about you, Donna?
I think my favorite memory and just learning has been seeing every single person in the studio work so hard and adapt to every single thing that has come their way. Seeing these strong women run the whole station is genuinely so inspirational. Every single person in the studio that you don't get to see because they're behind the camera works so hard and are so talented. Everyone in the control room who is adapting to whatever life throws our way is genuinely amazing. And thank you to the UIWtv advisor, Professor Coronado, who supports us through everything. And lastly, just thank you to everybody who's watched all the newscasts. This is for you, and we're trying to deliver the best for you guys. And it genuinely has been a blessing being part of this team. And so thank you guys for joining us for this last newscast here in the AD building. Be sure to catch UIWtv at Founders Hall in the future. Signing off for the last time, I'm Danna Ramos.
Signing off for the last time, I'm McKenna Moczygemba.
I'm Jasmine Valero.
And I'm Alejandra Ortiz, and this has been UIWtv.